There's a pleasant surprise when you come in to take a look at your peppers. Not one ladybug. Oh, where'd you go? But two. Fuzzy. Excellent find. Hello everybody. Welcome back into the green room for today's seeds. I've been advised in that last episode regarding the melons that they are notoriously hard to transplant, and I've probably doomed those seeds in the long run. But I'm going to give them a go anyway, see how they do as houseplants, see what kind of abuse they can take. And I can always plant fresh seeds when my garden finally thaws out there and I can see the ground again. That'll be a nice change. Now, with that said, it's probably a good idea to plant crops that are somewhat appropriate to the temperature. The best crop I can think of that way, that I have any experience with at all anyway, is kale. Now, my kale experiences are a little varied because of the aquaponics and how strange things were growing in the last house. But I have grown it at temperatures from like basically 5 degrees Celsius to up to 50 degrees plus in that greenhouse before I'd open the windows. So that being said, kale is something I'm pretty sure I should be able to grow in the random temperatures of our house. It's not terribly hot, not terribly cold, so in theory, this should work. That said, I'm toying with the idea of making a couple of cold frames, throwing them out in front of the house, and seeing if I can get a jump start on the gardening season outside too. So that'll be interesting. There's a lot of windows lying around that perhaps I can use for that if I can find the right wood to frame it all up. We'll see how that goes. Now, one thing I learned about growing kale with all the aquaponic adventures was that it's huge on iron consumption. I do still have some chelated or chelated iron downstairs, however you want to pronounce that, and I can mix that into my water from time to time, but I'm probably going to see a little yellowing on this growing in the soil. Just is a big hunch. What can I say? Anyway, probably time to get started on actually planting some seeds instead of just talking about it. Okay, so I've got 3 different varieties that I'm going to plant today. This dwarf blue kale is what I grew the most of in the aquaponics, and it is a fantastic and flavorful kale. I like it. This red Russian kale I picked up for a donation to the Children's Hospital. It's been wonderful. And this here is basically referred to as dino kale by most people. I haven't got as much experience with it, but I'd like to, so I'm going to plant some of that as well. Picked up one of these Jiffy mini greenhouses from the co-op for like $6. 6x6, so 36 pucks. A little more than I need this time. I think I'm going to do every second one with kale and let them have a little space to grow in there. Here's another great look at the economics of gardening. $1.89 for this pack of kale. I have been growing out of this packaged kale seeds for a couple of years now, and let's take a look at the numbers that are still in there. That is, well, more than I'm going to take the time to count, that's for darn sure. But for less than $2, that's a serious investment in future food supply right there. Here is a look at the dwarf blue curled kale seeds. Look a little like tiny peppercorns. And planting into these pucks is basically just as easy as making sure that there's a open spot for the seed to go in. It's not too compact or anything. Evenly moist, all that jazz. And ready to go. Alright, well, one of these packets of kale says it'll sprout in 7 to 14 days, and the next one says 14 to 28, so we may get mixed results on this particular planting, but at least the kale is begun. Now, with the kale in place over on the shelf, we can take a look at some of the other things going on. Here is the first seed sprouting out from those burgundy bush beans. Hopeful there, hopeful there. Beside it, I have some Wando peas that I started. I don't think I did a video about those. But this little guy's coming up. Hopefully there will be a few more that sprout up in there as well. Just above it we've got Team Red Kratky. Oh no. Now, okay, I think I screwed something up major league here, because this one died basically overnight, and I put in one of the sage seedlings and it died too. But that doesn't mean the end. I'll just plant new things in there. Got this red Thai chili I transplanted that's doing alright. Got this one back here that died on me. We had a cold snap, might have been it, could have been a few different things, but some more pepper starts over there. Keep finding 4 ladybugs all over the house, bringing them back in here, so if there's any aphids. Hopefully they can do something about it. And realizing it's young ladybugs that are going to eat more of them, I keep, encouraging them to mate, as it were. Find a private place and make more ladybugs. Obviously there's nothing sprouting up in the planting of the last couple of days. Tragically, the lettuce is pretty much the same state. I'm just letting it all kind of grow to see who will survive at this point. Got that one little pepper plant in the back with the 3 onions that are doing alright. The only surviving tomato seedlings at this point are the beefsteaks, so we'll see what comes of that. Down here we've got the oregano seedlings stubbornly trying to grow, grow, grow. Up here with the sweet basil, the sage, and the dark opal basil that's looking a little pale these days. Now, the loofah is not looking happy, but it's still alive, so I'm hopeful. And that's how it goes, seedlings come, seedlings go. You don't take it personally, it's just a garden, you grow what you can, you move on, you try again. So, whatever, I'll try a few of those seedlings, a few 100,000 more times, who knows. But eventually I'll get a start to my garden yet, so apparently most people don't start around here for another month or 2 anyway, so I'm in fine shape, in my opinion, for getting a good jump start on things. Thanks for joining me today, everybody, on, I guess, I don't know, a tale of 3 kale, just because it rhymes a little bit. I don't know. But, at any rate, thanks for stopping by, and have yourselves a fantastic day. I will see you later.